Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Tonight is an important night, and I don't want to take that much of your time. But Sheikh Jawad asked me to share with you some of my I cannot say thought, my belief, and also everything I'm saying is based on either verses of the Qur'an or du'as or hadith. This is month of Ramadan, and tonight is a night of Qadr. That believers more than any other time, they are thinking of their relation with God, that how they can form their relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is my a strong belief that in the spiritual journey we should form and establish our relation with God based on love. And there are many evidences for that. I'm just talking very briefly, and I'm just mentioning tonight very kind of one among some very few examples among many examples in hadith, in dua, and in the Quran in this regard. So just we know that our ma'sumin, our imams, are our role model. So now I'm going to just read for you one passage of their dua, how it was their connection with God. In one of the passages, in one of the du'as, the Imam says to God that غلتي لا يبردها إلا وصلك ولوعتي لا يطفيها إلا لقاؤك. My God, nothing will cool my burning thirst but reaching you, and nothing will quench my ardor but meeting you. وشوقي إليك لا يبله إلا النظر إلى وجهك. And nothing will calm my yearning but gazing upon your face to see you. Talking about how we can meet God in another discussion that is possible even in this world anyway. So it just shows, this passage shows how they were kind of yearning for meeting God, how much they loved God. And they said, قراري لا يقر دون دنو منك. And nothing will settle me without closeness to you. This is a kind of a small passage among many examples in their du'as about the relation that our ma'sumin and our imam had with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But even when we look at the Quran, in one phrase of the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind of talking about his ideal relation between him and his people, he says يُحِبُّهُمْ وَيُحِبُّونَهُ. God loves them and they love God. So in a very small and short phrase, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining what is his ideal relation between him and his people. So this is the relation that should be established. But it has two sides. Love is mutual. So it's from God's side and from our side. From his side is already there. He has love for us. Actually, he has created us out of his love for us. And this his name Rahman and Rahim, all of us are familiar with these two words. And Rahman, according to my research, is Rahman comes from the root Rahma, which refers to a special kind of love that accompanies with so much giving and without expectation. And this love of God is, no one is excluded from this love of God. It's rahmati wasa'at kulla shay. Even for sinners, for everyone, I think nothing is excluded from God's love. Even even sinners. So that's why in a Qudsi hadith we read that God says لا يعلم المدبرون أني كيف اشتياقي بهم. So in just nothing, it just only that God loves even the sinners. He says لو يعلم المدبرون أني, the ones that they have turned their back towards me. If they knew that how much I love them and how much I am waiting for them to come back, they would have died out of eagerness. So this is kind of one level. And even sometimes in the Quran, when we read that God says, we have in the Quran that some verses God says, I love them, and Allah yuhib. And yes, in some of the verses God says, and Allah la yuhib. But it says, and Allah la yuhibbul musrifin, mufsadin. And the commentators of the Quran, they say here when God says I don't love, it doesn't mean I don't love those people. He says I don't love those action, not those people. So it is another emphasis for that no one is, even the wrongdoers, they are not excluded from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love. This is one level, but let's go in a kind of in a higher level. He offers his friendship to us. We have in the Quran that God says اتخذ الله إبراهيم خليلا. God took the Prophet Ibrahim as his friend. So you may say, yes, this is for Prophet Ibrahim. No. We have many times in the Quran that God says awliya Allah. And that is not only the prophets and imams. It's for everyone. Everyone can be a friend of God. In Dua Joshan Kabir, that in these nights we read it, we recite it. We have this passage, one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's Ya Anis man la Anis Allah. So what does Anis mean? It says, hey, the one who is Anis for the one that doesn't have any Anis. So what is Anis? Anis is an intimate friend. Even intimate friend is not enough to explain the word of Anis. Anis means someone that when you are in his company, you feel comfort, you feel joy, you feel pleasure. Such a friend. And he is offering this friendship to us. And then in another passage in the same dua, we read in Dua Joshan Kabir, we read, Ya khayra munasan wa anis. The one that you are the best anis. You are the best intimate friend. And know how beautiful is this friendship that he is offering to us? That he loves us. But again in dua, Abu Hamza, that we are recommended to recite it in this month. He says, Alhamdulillah alladhi tahabbaba alayya wa huwa ghaniyun anni. This is one beauty of Allah's love, that he loves us while he doesn't need us. Because many times in the worldly life, in the worldly love that exists in this world, they love us because they want something in return, because they need us. But the beauty of God's love is that he loves us while he doesn't need us. And the more important and my last emphasis, the thing that I'm going to mention, is that he has sent his invitation. So at the beginning I said this is kind of mutual love. يُحَبُّهُمْ وَيُحَبُّونَهُ. He loves them and they love him. So kind of mutual love that should be established between God and his people. But he is the one that started it from the beginning. He is the first to love, and he has sent us an invitation for everyone. There is a hadith narration that God says to Prophet Dawood and tells him that, Ya Dawood, abliq ahl arwi. O Dawood, reach and send and deliver this message to Ahl Ardi, to the people on earth. When he says to people on earth, it means no one is excluded from this invitation. And he says, Ana habibu man ahabbani. So this is a special love, because I said no one is excluded from God's love. But here it becomes a special. It says, Ana habibu man ahabbani. I am a friend and lover of the one who loves me. And jalisu man jalasani. I am in the company of the one who is in my company. Vamunasan leman anasa bidhikri. I am an intimate friend of the one that who try to be my friend and remembers me. Vasahibun leman sahabani. Vamukhtaran leman ikhtarani. And I choose the one who chooses me. When we say I choose him as a kind of a special friend, as his close friend, it says I choose as my close friend the one who chooses me, the one who accepts my offer. And then he says, Man talabani bil haqq wajadani. Maybe it comes to our mind that is it possible for us that we go for it? But he says, Man talabani bil haqq wajadani. Whoever seeks me truly will find me. And then I just leave some passages to finish it quickly. It says, فَارْفَضُوا يَا أَهْلَ الْأَرْضِ مَا أَنْتُمْ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ قُرُورَهَا. O people on the earth, just abandon your vain desire and hurry towards me. هَلُمُّوا إِلَى كَرَامَتِي وَمُصَاحَبَتِي وَمُجَالَسَتِي وَمُؤَانَسَتِي. Come to me hurry towards me, towards my friendship, towards my closeness. Come to me, anisu bi, kind of take comfort with me. Then u'anisukum, then I will take comfort, and I give you comfort. I will be, I accept you, to be in company with me. And then usaru ala mahabbatikum, then I will hurry to love you. And I said, this is a kind of a special love, a special closeness, a special friendship, because his love is ready for everyone. Anyway, I just mentioned some very, very few examples, so to show that, he is the one, and he is the first to love us, and our love is a kind of our response to him. So now if you accept, I have already accepted. I have tried to register my name that I really want to respond to his love. But anyway, if now we want to start, especially this night, and tell him that yes, you want to kind of respond to your love, and you want to love you, but how we can love God? There is a beautiful hadith which says, Man arafa Allah ahabbahu. Whoever knows God, whoever knows Allah will love him. So what does it mean? It has so much meaning. It means that if still we haven't felt this love in our heart for God, if still we doesn't feel that closeness to him, if still we doesn't feel that we can go towards him, it means that we don't know him. If we know him properly, if we understand his real image, so surely we will love him. He really is lovable. Really, he is worshipable. We can't worship a God that we don't love. And he is lovable. If there is a problem, it's from us, because we don't know him. So we have to go and know him. We have to go and kind of find his real image, which is so lovable. And another beautiful way to acquire his love, which is again another sign of his love for us, is that he says, you want to acquire my love, you might have to have my love in your heart, so go and love my people. But he says, وَجَبَتْ مَحَبَّتِي لِلْمُتَحَابِّينَ فِيَّ, I have made necessary my love for the ones that they love each other because of me. So he says, if you're going to acquire my love, go and love my people, everyone. He says, الْخَلْقُ أَيَالِي فَأَحَبُّهُمْ إِلَيَّ أَلْتَفَهُمْ بِهِمْ. All my people are like my family. So I love someone the most. I want the one that he loves my people the most. Whoever loves my people the most, I love him the most. And then again, another passage in the previous hadith, that wajabat mahabbat lil mutahabbina fiyya, it has some phrases, and then at the end it says, أولئك الذين نذروا إلى الخلق بالنظر إليهم. So those mutahabbin, those people that they love each other because of me, these are the people that look at my people in a way that I look at them. So again, he's explaining his vision towards us, that yes, I love all his people, and you can love them when you look at them in the way that I am looking at my people, that I don't exclude anyone from my love. Then I'm saying love and love and love. So why should we go for this love? Is it anything special in kind of loving? This concept of love is so special. Now I'm gonna mention few characteristics of this love, this love that I'm talking about, to establish it between us and God. So it has so much pleasure. This love that we are talking about, a selfless love, a love which is, pure from any selfishness, a pure love between between God and his people, a mutual love between God and his people. and the love that, you know, we try to, as a response to have for him, it has so much pleasure. In the same dua of Joshan Kabir that you are reading it tonight and in other, you know, previous night of Qadr, it says, Ya man dhikruhu hulwa. So remembering God with love is sweet. So his love is sweet. His love has pleasure. And then again in another dua we read that Ilahi man dhalladhi dhaqa halawata mahabbatika farama minka badla. It means if you taste just a little bit of it, if you taste this, you know, sweet love, then you are not able to replace anything, you know, in his place. وَمَنْ ذَا الَّذِي أَنَسَ بِقُرْبِكَ فَابْتَقِيَ عَنْكَ هَوَلًا. And who is the one that just tastes and experience, you know, the closest with you, and then he is looking for something else. He is looking for removal of it. And then again in another dua we read from our Imam that says, خَسْرَتْ صَفْقَةُ عَبْدٍ لَمْ تَجْعَلْ مِنْ حُبِّكَ نَصِيبًا. Anyone that you haven't given him a portion of your love, he is in loss. So we are in a great loss if in this world, if we don't go for this love, if we don't taste this love and die. Again in another phrase we read, مَا أَطْيَبَ طَعْمَ حُبِّكَ مَا أَعْذَبَ شُرْبَ قُرْبِكَ. How pleasant is the taste of your nearness, and how delightful is the drink of your nearness. Anyway, so it has so much pleasure. It fills your heart with so much joy. Anyone has experienced a pure love, at least kind of from, you know, her or his mother, because a motherly love, a parently love is a kind of very pure love. So I think all of you in different ways have tasted, you know, some of this love that you receive from your parents. So let's see and try to imagine how it would be from when it comes from source of it, because even the love that we receive from our parents, the source is, you know, in God's love. Anyway, but whoever tasted it, it's so difficult to explain it. Because, you know, Sheikh Jawad was telling me that you can, you know, share even if you want, you know, your own experience, because I have actually, or, you know, experienced a little of it, kind of like a kind of flame of fire when I was 16, and I can't explain it. I can just say it's so pleasurable. And I know many of you may have tasted it, or if you haven't yet, inshallah, I hope that, you know, you'll taste it, and and then you can see how pleasure it has. Anyway, the second point, the second characteristic of this love is that it gives us so much power to prevent making any mistake. When we are talking about being, you know, committed to good actions, so we need some power, and this love is the thing that gives us so much power to prevent, you know, making mistakes. When we have this hadith that إلهي لم يكن لي حولا فأنتقل به من معصيتك إلا في وقت أيقظتني لمحبتك. And then he also, this love gives us so much power in our, you know, challenges that we have during our life. Is kind of when you have it, when you have this love, you can't imagine. It's so, you know, gives you nothing can break your heart, nothing can, you know, overwhelm you, and then you feel so much power that even you can deal with, you know, any other problem. And we can see it in the life of our prophets and imams, that we see all of them had a kind of tough life, but how they can kind of peacefully overwhelm all the difficulties that they had in their life. And I say this is only the power of love that they had. And another beauty of this love is that the love that we can have for God is a kind of permanent, is a kind of, because, you know, all other, you know, love and relations that we have with others in this world may not, you know, continue, sometimes is cut, but the love that we have for God is a kind of permanent, whether in this world, and it can continue, is kind of it doesn't finishes, doesn't stop, and just all the time, you know, it increases. Anyway, the last point, I don't know if I don't want to take that much of your time, and this is the night of the 23rd, the third, night of Qadr, and I'm just asking you that in addition to whether reciting the Qur'an, Du'as, whatever, and Amal that you are doing, just have a few moments of focusing and connection. Try to kind of make this connection. Try to have this private time in your heart with God. And it's not difficult. Again, we have a narration that, God is talking to Prophet Musa, and Prophet Musa asked God that أَقَرِيبٌ أَنْتَ مِنِّي فَأُنَاجِيكَ أَمْ بَعِيدٌ فَأُنَادِيكَ. Are you near to me so that I whisper to you, or are you far from me so that I just can call you? How can I connect to you? And he says, فَأَوْحَى اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ أَنَا جَلِيسُ مَنْ ذَكَرَنِي. I'm sitting beside whoever remembers me. So it's not difficult when I'm telling you, just try to have some moments of a real connection. He is there. هُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. He is with you wherever you are. So he is sitting, he is here. I'm not sitting in a kind of physical way, but he is with us wherever we are. And we have just to start deeply, privately, inside, have a kind of, try to have this connection and talking to him. Tonight, it has been said that the thing is going to be decided for us. But more than anything else, the thing that is important, first of all, is our decision that what we are going to do. So it's good that tonight we make this connection. And if you agree, if you are happy with what I said, so tell God that we have decided to come to you towards your love. We have decided to respond to your love. Tonight we make this decision, and from tomorrow try to be consistent on that, and try to find and to know you better. As I said, Man عرف الله أحبه. It's not difficult to love God. Man عرف الله أحبه. Whoever loves, knows God, we love him. I try to find and to understand and to know you better and better and better. So help me. And even if you feel that maybe in your heart still you are not ready for that, again we have another dua, and it says, Lahi habli qalban yudnihi like shawqahu. Grant me a heart whose yearning takes me near to you. So even ask for, because we need to be thirsty for his love. We need to be thirsty for his nearness. And we can ask he himself to give us such a heart. He doesn't leave us. Just at the end, I'm going to mention one hadith that you may tell me, or you may think that this is only for this world, what happens in the hereafter, everything that we hear about the hereafter. I'm just at the end mentioning one more hadith to help you a little bit better to imagine, to know your loving God. Whatever I said tonight, which is, I said, kind of one of an ocean of evidences of God's love for us. Again, there is a hadith which says that if we divide God's love in 100 portions, only one portion has been distributed in this world, and 99% of God's love is saved for hereafter. So I hope that, I pray that, let's pray for each other, and let's have this connection. And just, this is I think, in my opinion, this is the most important part of this night, to make this private, close and real connection to him, to make sure that we privately, truly, sincerely have talked to him and have told him that we want you. Tonight we have decided that really come to you, acquire your love, and live the rest of your life seeking you and going to establish this relation with you. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala tayyibin at-tahirin.